We're on. We want to introduce you because what we're going to do today is we're going to ask you to create some comic book characters. We're going to ask you to draw some comic book characters that are overcome a challenge. You think you can do that for me?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to introduce you, and then I've got the greatest drawer in the world, Rossi, who will then show you how to do it. Alright? Deal? Absolutely fantastic. So, here we go. This is Persisto.
Hey!
I was calling him Posterio for a year, and then Rossi went, so that's the challenge with dyslexia, you read something wrong. So, Persisto is very determined, right? So he is a dyslexic character, he's very determined. He always wants to go and do stuff. He always wants to go and try and do it. He's very intelligent, but he maybe just go, do you know something, I'll just keep going, and I'll never go and ask for help in any way, shape or form. I'll never ever do it. So, to give you an example of that, I might go over here, and I might say, I want to take that table over there, and I'll go, gosh, these tables are really heavy. What should I do?
Get help. Get help.
Brilliant, my friend, we'll go get the table, come on. See, you know, he's alright, no literally, we're alright, but thank you for helping. Why might I, or Persisto, not ask for help? Why might we not?
To try to be brave.
Trying to be brave, brilliant, anything else, why might we not?
Try to do it yourself.
Try to do it yourself, but why might we not? Why might I not ask for help? What may be the reason I might not ask?
You're scared.
I'm scared, why might I be scared?
That's the next other question.
Oh, why might I be scared?
Because you might drop it.
Might drop it, why might I be scared to ask for help?
Because people will laugh at you.
I might be embarrassed, isn't it? Isn't it? If we're doing something, isn't it, and you think, I could do a wee bit of help, I might not put it up because you might think somebody will.
Laugh at you.
And what did I say at the very start? There's no right up.
Wrong answer.
So, you seen that? As soon as I say, can I get a bit of help, what do you do? Jump up and we'll move out the door with the table, won't we? Teachers will know we're chasing us there. So we can always ask for help. We've got to come over that wee bit about being embarrassed, isn't it? And it's hard, isn't it? It's hard. So we've got to think how we can kind of overcome that. So, that's Persisto. Rossi's on now with our very other good friend.
Wilforce is the second of our heroes, and his power is that he helps fuel your willpower. He encourages you. So if Persisto was struggling with the table, Wilforce would encourage him to believe in himself, but we'd also encourage him it's okay to ask for help. He's that power that is very good at encouraging others to stick up for themselves and believe in themselves. But sometimes he has a weakness where he doesn't believe in himself well enough. He's very good at encouraging others, but not very good at encouraging himself. So if his advice doesn't go so well or something, he'll take that on himself and he'll feel really bad at it. And sometimes, you know, it takes another friend to lift him up so he can get even better at lifting everyone else up. Now, you might not think that's a great superpower, but a lot of people with dyslexia can be very good at giving other people confidence, but just not very good at giving themselves confidence. And when you can give yourself confidence and confidence to those around you, that is a great power, a great team effort. And it's relevant for I think, for a situation like when Persisto is lifting a table. But there's one more hero in the dynamic that we need to
Yes. So, the last superhero character we've got is Creator. So Creator is very, very intelligent, can see things that other people don't, allows to do a bit of creativity, but all that creativity goes if we get embarrassed, isn't it? If we get embarrassed, we kind of go, well, I'm not doing that again, isn't it? And it becomes a bit tricky. So, she can think and do things and right, I need a volunteer. Could you help me out, buddy? Yeah, you can. But you come out and give me a hand. Come on, the top man. Because you were helping me out there, right? I was just not saying right. Right, so my top friend here, top man, is going to help me out, right? And he's going to count to 10. You count to 10 for everything? Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Round your applause for that. Right, stay there, right? So, if I went 2, 7, 8, 3, 1, 5, 6, 10. Have I counted to 10? Hands up if I've counted to 10. Oh! A wee bit. Hands up if my top friend here has counted to 10. Be about 100%, isn't it? Worrying about that school year, isn't it? Right? Okay, so, hands down. Hands up if I've counted to 10. I like the fact that you took your hand up. Why have I counted to 10?
You didn't do it in the order way, so counting to it.
Brilliant. I used how many numbers?
10.
I just did them in what? I just did them in a different order. So I'm not embarrassed to say that that was a different way of thinking. So sometimes in life, we might have an answer in our head, yeah? But why might we not put the answer out in the world?
In case we get it wrong.
Or in case, what else? Somebody embarrasses. But I'm going to tell you something. If your teacher asked you today to chronologically count to 10, do it the way my top friend done it, right? Or you here, don't do the way I did it. But sometimes it's okay to have an answer that's a little bit different. Thank you so much, my friend. Round of applause. So that was absolutely brilliant, guys. Right, so that's how we've got to think. So the last person that we're going to introduce you to, there's always a good reason, right? There's always a good reason. If you have a challenge in life, right? If you have a challenge in life and you can't pronounce a word, because sometimes it's really difficult if somebody asks you to read something out loud, isn't it? Yeah? And there's a way to get over it, right? And I've found the best trick ever, because I can't pronounce this person's name, so I bring Rossi with me, and he does it for me. So Rossi, introduce.
Now, you mustn't feel bad about that, Paul, because I deliberately made this guy's name really difficult to say, because he represents all the struggles and difficulties you might have with dyslexia in a classroom. In fact, you don't even need to have dyslexia to relate to this villain. You know, anything you struggle with in class, whether it's paying attention, or you're not feeling confident in yourself, or you're just finding this work really difficult to read, he is that jerk. He is the, if our heroes are like the invisible forces that represent all the potential you have and all the great things you can do with dyslexia, he represents all the negatives. He's that voice who's whispering in your ear and saying, you can't do this, or there's not enough time left in the test for you to do it. He could be stealing it. Yes?
You sure it's a man? It looks like a whip.
Who knows?
Who knows?
We don't know him well enough.
It's a great question.
One up for debate. But, you know, he does have, we've given him these big, long, extra arms and stuff, because he's always stealing things and stealing your confidence, stealing time, pulling tricks, and he gets stronger with negative thoughts. The more negative you're feeling about your work or the classroom, the worse you get and the stronger he gets. Which is why it's important. It can be quite a tough foe to defeat sometimes, but if you get all of those heroes together and working together, you can beat him no problem. So that's the mindset behind Mr. Despicabilia. That is, yes, so
Mr. D.
you can call Mr. D for short. It's much
Mr. D
easier
for me, because it would take me a fortnight to actually pronounce that. So guys, we've introduced you to some of our friends, some of our comic book friends, talked about some of the challenges, guys. The answers have been absolutely incredible. Brilliant answers, guys. So proud of you. So what I want you to think about now is we want you to take part in our mission, right? This is what we want you to do. We want you to create a comic book character that's yours that will overcome these challenges, okay? But don't worry about it, because Rossi is going to show us how we can do it, and then we're going to push it over to you guys to do. Okay? Does that seem alright? Yeah? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Rossi is going to talk us through one of our characters, isn't he, buddy?
Trevor, where do you want me to stand? Here?
That's great. Yes, great.